Hi, I'm Martha Swales and I'm a chef. Today I'm going to show you a delicious recipe. Right, I'm going to show you how to make chicken schnitzel, which is basically a breaded escalope of chicken, flattened out, pan fried. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do over here is I've got my chicken breast. I'm going to cut it just across, so I end up with 2 pieces of chicken. You can start with one whole one and flatten that out, but it does make it very large and it can be hard to fit them in the pan. So I'm going to do 2 separate pieces. They're slightly more manageable. So I've put a bit of cling film over my surface here, and I'm going to place my pieces of chicken onto my cling film, and then I'm going to put another piece of cling film over the top. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a rolling pin just to flatten out the chicken. Now, obviously you need enough force to flatten it, but if you hit it too hard, you will just break it into pieces. So just with quite controlled hits. We want it nice and thin, maybe ½ centimetre at most. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, now we've got our chicken nice and flat, is we're just going to peel back the top layer. There we go, worked like a dream, who would have thought it? We're going to do something called panning it. Now that's when you put it in flour, eggs and then breadcrumbs. So this chicken is thin and quite delicate, you want to lift it quite carefully, otherwise bits might break off. I'm just going to coat that in flour, so I'm just going to press that down, turn it over, make sure you've got the whole thing well covered in your seasoned flour. Okay, just all over there. Okay, goes into our egg. And then finally onto our breadcrumbs. So these breadcrumbs I made myself. They're just toasted ciabatta breadcrumbs. Okay, so I've got my schnitzels ready to go. My pan is heating up. What I'm going to do is put in some sunflower oil. You want quite a bit actually, don't be shy on it because you don't want it to just burn on a dry pan. So the secret with the oil is to get it hot enough so it doesn't make your breadcrumbs really greasy, but not get it too hot because you don't want it to burn. So we're just going to leave it for a second. You certainly don't want it at sort of smoking heat like you would with sealing meat, but you don't want it going straight into cold oil. So we're just going to wait maybe 20-30 seconds. You can always test it by just getting a few little breadcrumbs, just dropping them into the oil. It's not quite there yet. You want to just produce a few little bubbles and a bit of a sizzle. You don't want it to be too hot. So I'm just going to take my chicken schnitzel, pop it into my pan, pop that in on this side. Don't move them. Give them a minute and a half on each side. It's so thin, that should be cooked all the way through. We just want to get the breadcrumbs nice and golden, and obviously cook the chicken. Okay, so I've just turned it over. As you can see, that's looking perfect. Getting a slight bit of colour around the edges. Obviously we have quite dark breadcrumbs already, but we're just getting a little bit of golden brown. Any further than that and it's going to be burnt, so really keep an eye on that. This thing can turn in seconds, so do not let your pan get too hot. It's sizzling quite a lot at the moment, but I've really got an eye on it and it's not actually on very high. Try not to move it too much, you don't want to keep turning it over, you just want to do it one side, turn over, other side, out. 3 or 4 minutes maximum. Okay, so I'm going to take these out now. They've literally had about 3 minutes. We've got that lovely, crispy, golden coating. The chicken's very thin, so that's cooked in just a minute or 2. There you go. That's how to cook chicken schnitzel. I'm going to serve my schnitzel with a lovely creamy mushroom sauce. If you'd like to know how to cook it, just have a look at my video, how to make creamy mushroom sauce.